Uriel Zahriel here. Welcome back to Dark Sorcery. Please like and subscribe. Welcome back to the channel. I'd like to sit there and take a little bit today. Up to now, we've been sitting here talking about flow and looking within and getting to know pretty much where you need to start at. And sitting there, give a little brief recap, as far as getting to meditate, get to know yourself, get rooted, get to know you, focus. Learn how to use your intuition and know you. Those are where you need to start your practice. Many occultists have made their entire careers literally selling fluff. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that. However, I personally am a very, bare bones type person my whole life. I'm very humble, very down to earth, very approachable, non-nonsense, non-bullshit as you probably ever going to find. I hate drama and bullshit. It's just me. But to get the heart of things, that's where I want my contribution to be to the LHP, is to literally bring back a more basic outlook. That's why I always talk about perceptions, paradigms, different outlooks, because I want that paradigm shift, which, if you don't know what a paradigm shift is what you originally had thought something was, and you learned a new perception of what that was. And it totally revolutionized your way of thinking, your life, to a new outlook about what that is. That is a paradigm shift. So that's why I really like that. It's honestly been a very powerful approach, even in the realms of PTSD. That's why I apply it so much, even to my philosophy, if you want to call it that, because it's very effective. Something I don't like, honestly, is even amongst the LHP, I see so many practitioners so focused on things that other occultists think, say, do, and have stated in their books, which I guess to some extent is okay. But ultimately, to be in this current, into the flow of gnosis, to truly know you, the real root is liberation, freedom. Not to just go do as you like, chaos, like to go live like a fool. That is entirely something different. It's the liberation of this, what's going on in here, mental slavery, and in the heart condition of yourself. That is what truly liberation and the freedom, what the LHP originally was supposed to be about, and what Luciferianism was truly about, the actual flow of gnosis and liberation and the enlightenment of becoming awake and knowing. Not to be running around and fucking being brash and stupid and just being a fucking annoying ass, toxic ass turd. That just means you're a toxic ass fucking turd. Sorry if you don't like it. That's the truth. But to be honest, I expect people to possibly dislike what I like. And I say, that's okay. That is your right. Because it is your path. I accept that. But that is the beauty of the LHP. And I just don't dislike everyone else either. It's a freely come, freely go circus, if you will. Just because we're all here together, I do me and you do you. And that's okay. Just because my gnosis has shown me certain things doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna resonate with you. And that's okay. It may resonate with you tomorrow or the next day or maybe 10 years from now. This is what's good about writing things down and maybe picking up a book or two and learning things this way. But even still this way doesn't necessarily mean that it's still going to resonate with you. This is also a good reason why when you do read or you hear something from, regardless of where you're hearing it from, on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, regardless of the source, it is your sole choice because it is you as a practitioner to adapt, mold, internalize, and digest that as an infernal viper, snake, animal, whatever, and consume it, if you will, and absorb what you can, the nourishment, the vitamins, and then you release the rest, what's not needed. Doesn't mean you have to be shrewd and rude and mean. Do you see animals doing that? No. They eat, consume, digest, poop, if you will, or scat, and they move on. Move about their business. We're animals too. I don't understand why that is such a hard concept. It's truth. To really be in the flow, though, you must truly immerse yourselves closer to the primordial base of Earth and be grounded more than anything else. You need to be very focused and internalize your mind, your sight, your senses, and even your heart more to within and listen. This is why meditation and introspection is so vital. I see many people ask if it's necessary, mandatory for me to meditate. It is extremely vital. Personally, we live in a very instant society, in my opinion. We always seek the next biggest thing, the most powerful thing. Delusions of grandeur, you might say. Some people themselves are delusions of grandeur. This is a fact. The fact is, we must be true to ourselves and our thinking, because our own thinking, including your own pride, your own ego, can deceive you. That is the truth. Regardless of who you think you are, and whatever that is, I get that we are seeking to be as God from within and be liberated, but two, that in itself can, I say again, can be very deceiving if not utilized in the proper way. Because many people see it as, well, if I'm God, then I can destroy everything. Not necessarily so. There's always a duality with everything. And a duality with everything always comes from within. This is a fact. But also with the duality, I personally am not a fan of duality. I'm more of a, and this isn't anyone's philosophy or belief or anything, this is strictly my gnosis. Because duality, personally, to have a duality, if you're looking at duality, if this is a circle and you have duality, if you can imagine a line directly down the center here, and two halves, that would be duality. Well, to me, that's a no-go, because they're still separated. That's not possible in my gnosis, because once you break down the mind and the heart and you look within and you wake up to the one of everything, then there's only one. There's no line. There is no more good. There's no more bad. There's no more anything. There's just one. You might think I'm crazy for thinking this, but that's how I personally see it. To have this yin and yang, squirrely line, dot thing, I get that philosophy because I've studied it. But there again, by putting a line, you're causing division when there is no need for division. You're adding separation when there was never no design in creation for separation. See what I'm saying? All of nature lives on the same planet as one. All plants, all trees, different species, different types. But if we looked underneath the surface, all their roots are communicating as one together, connected as one. No separation. They're in the flow together as one. Same with the air. There we go again, as above, so below. You look below the earth, their roots are all deeply rooted as one together. Yet their branches, their arms, outstretched in the air. And they're still connected together by the molecules of the air. But they're all still together as one. There's no separation. There is no separation. This is where we must take our own path into the infernal flow. So many people, even in religious mindsets, churches, if you will, they're so terrified of fire. They see fire and they think, oh my God, you're the devil. This is wrong thinking too. If they only understood mentally who the seraphim, the angels were, they would realize they are of the fire too. All ethereal beings are of fire. God, or Elohim in their Hebraic biblical sense, or even fire. There's many scriptures that back this up, yet they do not see. I do not understand this. And I've researched this all the way into Aramaic and Hebrew and Chaldean and everything. And this channel's not for that. But still, again, fire. Yet so many people are very afraid of it. And I don't understand. Yet without fire, it is literally the very life of everything. It gives us everything we need. It breaks down, it brings back, it fertilizes. It's a giver of life to plants. It consumes. It allows us to cook our food. There's so many things that fire alone does. Yet so many people treat it so irrespectfully. I personally am a Leo, and everything about me, honestly, is fire. Literally everything. That's why it's literally my element. But you must focus back to the basics. You know, even so many people lose sight of what basic ritual is. You don't need a whole lot. All you just need is basic, a few minutes of time, an end, a prayer, stick of incense, a little tea light for that matter. If you don't have an offering, you can use water. It doesn't have to be elaborate. The only thing that's majorly required is the time, your sincerity, and you taking the time to set it apart, to make that time different from all the rest of the time in your day, and making that time separation in your mind and in your heart, and say, hey, I acknowledge you, Lucifer, or Belial, or Paimon, or whoever it may be that you're seeking, or your higher self. Quite honestly, if you've not sought anyone else, that's who you need to find first, is you and your higher self. When those two meet, then things will really, really start to wake up in your life. And get to try to meditate and get your third eye open. Then you'll get to start to see. So many people, when they come into the occult, they tend to work backwards, in my opinion. They always want to sit there, and the first thing they want to do is, hey man, my ex did this, I want to curse them. Or hey, my neighbor this, I want to do this to them. Or, you know, so that's how they learn. And they want to do bad stuff on somebody first, or they want to sit there and, you know, want to summon a demon right from the get-go, or they want to do that kind of stuff first. That is not where you want to start. If you truly, truly, truly want to possibly have a lifelong connection of goodness doing this, you must start from your heart to get the right start and looking within. That's a fact. And get your intuition and your self aligned right. And honestly, don't be let down when something doesn't go right from the right get start. You know, you're right and stuff. It doesn't happen right away. It takes time. Sometimes it's not that they don't show up. Trust me. You start scribbling a sigil, trust me, they're looking. They're paying attention. They're watching to see what steps you're going through to commune with them. They're always watching. I bet you if it's already pulling on your heart, they're already watching and possibly even within you already. Fact. Thing is, they might not fully be activated within or around you because they want to see what are you willing to go through to make that step. So many people talk and don't do because we live in an instant society. We want everything in 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Oh God, I can't do it. Sorry. I see this all the time. I gotta meditate for the minimum of 5 minutes and then work up to 6, 10, 15, 20, 2 hours. Oh, I can't do that. Oh man, I'm out of here, man. Deuces. Man, I gotta go. See ya. If that's the kind of life you want, then do yourself a favor right now. Do yourself a favor right now and stay away from this path. Because this path is not an easy path. It is a path that requires work. That is a fact. I will not lie to you. You can't just do one thing and expect it to be done for the rest of your life. It doesn't work like that. You can't sit there and do one prosperity spell and expect to be freaking a lottery winner tomorrow. You gotta do that stuff continuously. Same with protection spells. You can't just do one and done. You think being in the military, we sit there and do our loadouts and stuff for a mission and go on a mission. You know what? You use shit on that mission. Think that's gonna be the same loadout for tomorrow's mission? Fuck no. You're gonna have to repack your shit. Same thing, man. You gotta condition. You gotta build yourself up for the mission. This is the same thing. You gotta work at it. You gotta do things. You can't just sit there and just, okay, I'm done. It's not like that. This is a hard life. Why would a spirituality not be hard and challenging as well? You're gonna have ups, you're gonna have downs. That's a promise. You're gonna have definite challenges too. You're gonna have dry spells too. As a fact. And a promise. I guarantee you that. But if you have questions, if you have doubts, please be free to ask. That's what any of us here on Dark Sorcery are here for. And again, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. We're here for you. We're not here for us. That's for sure. Just trying to sit there and pass gnosis and knowledge down the line so you guys can learn and further yourselves down the line as well. That's what we're about. It's also more or less what I'm about. I want to see you guys do better. Go farther. I could care less about all the fluff. I want to be able to see you guys flow and do things and know. Develop your gnosis. Get to know you. Get into the flow. Sit and know you're not alone. Ever. Ever. just take the time. Open your ears. They'll let you know. That is your door. Your heart is your door. Your mouth is a door. Your eyes are a door. Your ears are a door. Use them. This is your circle. This is your temple. I personally, I don't cast circles. Never have. And still never will. My skin, this is my protection. I carry everything I need to do within me and outside of me, with me at all times, wherever I go. That should be your goal too. If you feel like you have to sit there and throw up boundaries of salt and circles and do all this hocus pocus Harry Potter bullshit, then you're not in the know, and you're definitely not in gnosis to know, and ain't doing your stuff right. Fact. I learned that as a soldier. But anyways, it is time for me to go for now. But anyways, it's been nice visiting with y'all. Please like and subscribe. This is Uriel Zahriel, and here helping you change your perceptions into a new reality. And may you have a blessed day and enjoy your day. Blessed beasties.